Hey, what's good? What's good? I'm back. This is Paul Pickett, owner of Promo Palace LLC, promopalace.biz. This right here is vlog 42. I'm going to title this one, Most Musicians Don't Act Like a Business. Vlog 42, Most Musicians Don't Act Like a Business. Before we get started, don't forget the Promo Palace LLC vlogs are sponsored by, of course, Promo Palace LLC at promopalace.biz. You need online marketing promotions. Also, check out newlitter.com, New Litter Apparel. If you're a dog lover, a cat lover, you like t-shirts, hoodies, or you need a bandana for your dog to wear, check out newlitter.com. Also, I got to shout out the dizzlebrand.com. Check them out, dizzlebrand.com. Just add ice, Dizzle on ice. Follow them on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. There's a bunch of recipes on the website as well. Vlog 2042, why most musicians don't act like a business. How do I know that? I've been promoting artists since the MySpace days, over a decade now. And most musicians I deal with, like the majority of submissions, the majority of artists emailing me are people trying to just get free submissions, free promotion out of me. Now, let me explain something. Any real marketing company, real advertising company is not a charity or a charity event. They don't do free advertising or promotion. Any fake company who does bots, who does fake promotion, they do bots and fake likes and fake followers. They don't do free promotion either. Like, this is the only business that I know of that the majority of the people trying to get into this business expect a bunch of free handouts, free promotion. They got this mindset that they should get paid to play and they shouldn't have to pay for promotion. Well, guess what? You're a business. You're a brand. You're a product. You're a service. You're just entertainment. And guess what? Businesses and products and brands have to build a consumer base before you can. This idea that you're supposed to make money off of your music before you have any consumers is bogus. It's fairy tales. It's imaginary, made up BS. That's not how it works in the business world. I'm sorry. And that's why a lot of artists don't think like businesses. They want all the top blogs to just promote them for free. They want all the top, too many artists want all the top influencers just to promote them for free. They're expecting Spotify to pick them up and add them to big playlists when they have no fan base whatsoever. You're not bringing fans to Spotify whatsoever. If you're not bringing hundreds of thousands of people to Spotify to listen to your music, then guess what? You don't deserve to be on Spotify's big playlist. I repeat, if you're not bringing hundreds of thousands of listeners to Spotify, you do not deserve to be on their big playlist. And they're not going to think you're worthy enough. And if you're paying for playlist pitching to get the hundreds of thousands of listeners, guess what? You didn't bring listeners to Spotify. The playlist pitching did. You didn't bring nothing. Unless you organically, without having to pay for it, bring hundreds of thousands of listeners to Spotify, you do not deserve to be on a big playlist. Same thing with the blogs. If you're not bringing hundreds of thousands of listeners to the blogs, top blogs, who are already getting hundreds of thousands of listeners without you, then you don't deserve to be on the top blogs. Unless you got an instant hit or you're bringing fan base to the platform. This idea that just because you make music, that people are supposed to just invest all this money into you, all this time, do all this free promotion, advertising, that only works if you have an instant hit. And I mean an instant hit, not just a potential hit, not a potential hit, but an instant hit. Too many of y'all not thinking like a business because y'all want too much free promotion. Y'all want too many free handouts. You're not willing to build your brand. You're not willing to invest in your brand. Too many of y'all want to try to take shortcuts. Y'all want to try to buy 1 million followers. You expect them to all be real and you want them in a matter of a few months. That doesn't happen unless you're going viral, unless people are resharing your content by the thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. This idea that an artist from scratch with no money and no consumer fan base should have all the floodgates open up to them is bogus. That's not how it works in the business world. And that's how we know you're not thinking like a business. Because you're not willing to build your brand, you're not willing to build your consumers up, to build your following, and then y'all have this ass backwards approach. All of y'all just trying to get signed to a record label. That's not the way it works. That's not the process. You should be looking for an investor first. That's how you know artists don't think like business. They don't think like a business whatsoever because they're not looking for an investor. They're just looking to get signed to a major label, have them put up all this money, and you still have no fan base, no consumer base whatsoever. It doesn't work that way. In the business world, at some point, somebody has to build consumers. And I don't mean consumers aren't people who go and just listen to your music on Spotify. If they have not bought a physical product with your name on it, then they are not a fanatic. They are not a true fan of your music. They just like it. Or it just might be okay. And we got to stop acting like all streams are fans, all followers are fans when they're not. If you got 1,000 followers and you only got 10 people engaging with your post, then guess what? You only got 10 real followers, 10 real fans. So y'all got to stop thinking that everybody is supposed to be at a charity event and a charity and just support you just because you make music. It doesn't work that way. Because if you don't got an instant hit, then guess what? It doesn't work that way. You got to stop thinking that every artist should just be signed with a major label. No, that's not how it works. Some artists should be only just independent label material. And a lot of y'all don't even go after real investors. Y'all just trying to get to the labels. What happened to the investors? All these artists that are getting to major labels have investors. They have investors in place. 9 times out of 10, they have investors in place. And the investors are putting up the money and building up the consumers and the followers. And then they're taking them to the labels. And then everybody's eating off of it. But y'all want to just go straight to a label with no fans, no consumers, and act like they're going to open up the floodgates. No, ain't no label open up the floodgates until you either have an instant hit or a massive consumer base. And y'all got to stop thinking that your followers are fans when they're not engaging. You got to stop thinking just because you got listeners that they're all fans. No, if they're not following your account or they're not saving your music organically after they've listened to your content, then what are we talking about here? Y'all got to start thinking like businesses. That means you got to invest in yourself at first. First, you got to invest in yourself. You got to take what money you can afford or you're willing to spend and invest in yourself at first. And even if that's only one platform, that's fine. YouTube it up. We know there's plenty artists that have made it off of YouTube being their sole main platform. They sold #1. Joyner Lucas, YouTube is where he made most of his bones at. YouTube. So focus on investing in yourself at first. Then try to find a bigger investor, somebody who's believes in your music and has money willing to invest, and then y'all blow that up even more and try to take that to the label. But y'all try to skip all. Y'all try to think there's all these shortcuts. Y'all want to skip this, skip that. You think you could just buy 1 million fans and followers? You could just buy 1 million plays and you in there like swimwear? No, 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 no. That ain't. You show me a cat that bought 1 million plays and he's in there like swimwear. You ain't gonna be able to show me one. You show me the cat that just buys 1 million followers and he's in there like swimwear. No, because you still gotta have a real consumer base. And you gotta stop thinking that everybody's supposed to just promote your stuff for free just cause. When you're not bringing nothing more of value than the platform you're trying to get promotion on. Your artists go to a blog that's getting 10, 20, 30, 40,000 organic, viewers a month, and you think that you're bringing something more value than the vlog. No, unless you got 30,000 people just organically going to download your music and check out your music without you having to pay for it every month, then what are we talking about here? We talking about delusions, fairy tales, made up imaginary mindsets that are not business mindsets. And another thing, y'all gotta stop thinking just because something worked for this cat, that it's gonna work for you. No, different folks, different strokes. Just because it works for one cat, don't mean it's gonna work for you. Your path might be a different path. Just because somebody blows up on SoundCloud, you might blow up on YouTube or TikTok or some other platform. This idea that just because somebody else can do it, you can do it too. It's bogus, made up, imaginary fairy tales. Unless you got the same exact budget, you're going to the same exact people to promote it. Like Lil Nas X blows up on TikTok and everybody thinks, oh, I can do it too. Well, did you have the same exact budget Lil Nas X had? Are you promoting to the same influencers that Lil Nas X promoted to? Because if you're not, then you're not doing it the same exact way. And you're just making up something. You're just making it up as you go along. Unless you do it exactly the same amount, same way, with the same amount of budget, it's not going to work for you necessarily. It's like me and my friend Barry Williams were talking about the other day. We're from Fayetteville, North Carolina, home of J. Cole and Murray. Both of our artists got their backing solely off of the strength of their music. But J. Cole started out with a manager who had major influence. And when he brought J. Cole to the label, yeah, J. Cole got signed off of strength of the music, but they still had to put J. Cole on a Rihanna tour to build fan base and consumers. They still had to push out this mixtape to build fan base and consumers. Or if not, it doesn't work. It ain't going to work. No matter how good J. Cole's music is. Murray, he got signed because an investor, heard his music. He had an instant hit. J. Cole, mind you, didn't have an instant hit. And so to build J. Cole up, it took a tad bit longer. And actually, it took a tad bit more and a tad bit longer. Because they had to throw him on Rihanna tour. It's Rihanna. Murray, they put $250,000 into YouTube ads, into a instant hit, and they broke him in a matter of 3 or 4 months during COVID. That is unheard of. But that doesn't happen without the instant hit. And I hate to tell you, 90% of y'all that think y'all got potential hits or instant hits, don't. You just got album cuts, and that's it. And I hate to say it, if you're bringing a bunch of album cuts, it's a long process of building your fans and your consumers compared to the guy who's bringing the instant hit. You bring me, I don't care who the artist is. The two artists bring me the same exact budget, and one bring me an instant hit, and one bring me an album cut. The album cut ain't going nowhere. It's just an album cut. The instant hit is the one that's going to take off. This idea that album cuts are supposed to be hits. Stop it. Only hits are hits, and only you know when it's the instant hit. You as an artist don't know, but hit makers, record breakers, they know instant hits when they hear it. When I first heard Moray's Quicksand, I was like, oh, this is an instant hit. This is so catchy. And what did they take? An average music video, I repeat, average music video. Let's say, no matter of fact, let's rephrase that. A below average music video. It's just the most basic music video you can with an instant hit and a serious budget behind it and a nice cosigner, a serious cosigner. And bam, 50 million views on YouTube in a matter of months. But if you don't got the instant hit and you don't got the investor, Moray is still in Fayetteville just waiting, doing the same thing. And that's another thing. The way that Moray got on and the way that J. Cole got on, other artists from my city would think, oh, that's the way we get on. No, that's not the way you get on. That's the way they got on. They got on. You have to go a different route unless you got an investor in an instant hit. If you don't got an investor in an instant hit, then you got to take a longer process, a longer time-consuming process. So y'all got to start thinking more like a business. First, you got to start managing your expectations on the music you make. Is this an instant hit or is it not? Because if it's not, then it's a long process of building consumers because you ain't got an instant hit. And just because you think you got an instant hit doesn't mean you got an instant hit. Artists don't know a hit to save their life. I hate to say it. Artists who make music don't know a hit to save their life. Because they all think every time an artist submits to me for free, oh, it's a hit, it's a banger, even when it's not. It's a hit and a banger, even when it's not. 100% of the time, oh, I got a hit, another banger, another hit, another banger. And it's just another okay record. Just an album cut, you know. Because y'all don't think like a business. Y'all think just everything y'all make is gold. You know, every little product, everything you make, you don't think like a business. Y'all don't make music based on what the market demands half the time. Most of y'all just making music for yourself. That's not how a business is supposed to think. Businesses are making products based on what the consumers want. If you only make music based on what you like, you're not thinking of it like a business. If you're never making music based on what the market wants, you're not thinking like a business. You're just thinking like a hobbyist. That's the thing. Artists got to understand. Most of y'all think like hobbies. Y'all thinking like it's a hobby. Y'all think like it's a hobby. When you talk about all this free promotion and free this, free that, that's hobby stuff. Because ain't no real company doing real promotion for free. Y'all thinking on hobby stuff, man. You know, y'all thinking about some curator submitting to a playlist who does it for a hobby. He doesn't do it for real. Y'all thinking about submitting to a blog who just does this just because they love to do blogs. They're not trying to really build a brand. Y'all thinking like hobbies. Start thinking like a business. Nothing in the business world is free. And even when favor for favors are not free. If I do a favor for somebody, more likely I'm going to pay for promo and he's going to pay for promo and we're going to trade the promo off equal value. But we both paid. Money came out of both of our pockets. So yeah, y'all got to start thinking like businesses. Stop thinking like it's a charity. Nobody's trying to be your charity event. Nobody's trying to be no promo company, No, nobody who has anything of value of marketing and promotions is trying to give it away for free. That's not how it works. We don't build brands up. We don't spend 10 years advertising on Google every single day just to do free promotion. Only an idiot would do that. A complete idiot would spend money every single day for 10 years building up a brand just so you could get free promotion. Everybody could just one, come all, free promotion. That would be a complete idiot. That's a guy who's going to be homeless in 30 days. Spend 365 days of advertising, and in 30 days you'll be homeless just for giving away nothing but free promotion. It's a complete idiot. And I don't know about maybe other businessmen that start their businesses and start their brands, and other companies that do marketing, promotion, and advertising, but I'm not in the business of being an idiot promoter. I'm in the business of providing real results for my customers and clients, and these real results cost money. It costs me to advertise on YouTube, so why would I run your YouTube ads for free? I'm not looking to invest into artists. I'm not looking to start a record label. I'm not looking to manage artists. I'm looking to help you build your brand and your business. And guess what? It costs. So y'all gotta start thinking like businesses, man. Y'all gotta start thinking just because you make music that you shouldn't have to pay for promotion. That's some old fairy tales, made up, imaginary, bogus BS. That ain't working for no artist. There's no artist that is making it in the music business on this planet by all free promotion. No, they've had to advertise, promote, or pay influencers or blogs or somebody for advertising at some point. They had to pay for the music video. This is the thing. Y'all pay for recordings. Y'all pay for music videos, but y'all don't want to pay to promote it. It's so ass backwards. It shows that you're not even serious about your brand or your product. You're just doing this for a hobby, just because you love it. And we're not in the business of promoting hobbies over here, unless you're paying us to promote your hobby. So yeah, man, y'all like so ass backwards. So ass backwards with this, man. Stop it. If you want to build consumers and you want to be as big as every other artist in the music business that you see that's big, guess what? You gotta pay to promote. So Drake pays probably hundreds of thousands of dollars running billboard ads in every city for every artist featured on his album. But you're an up and coming artist that thinks you shouldn't have to promote. You're a joke. You're a clown. That's what you are. You're a clown. You're a joke. Nobody's going to take you serious, and nor should they take you serious. Nobody in my circle will ever take you serious. Sitting there thinking that with that mindset. That, oh, Drake's paying all this money for advertising, promoting his album, but an unsigned artist who has no fans and no consumers should get all the free promotion in the world. We should open up the floodgates, promote him for free. You're delusional. You're dumber than a bag of bricks. You done fell on your head a million times. You ain't got a sensible bone in your body. You ain't got a brain cell left in your head if that's what you think. And yes, I hate to say it, I'm Kevin Williams with these marketing vlogs. I'm fresh and fit. I'm pretty harsh. This is a harsh business. The music business is a very harsh business. It's a very shady business. It's a harsh business. It's a hard business to get into. It's not easy to get into the music business because too many of y'all don't think like businesses. Y'all like a guy trying to start a pizza joint but don't know how to make a pizza. Then how the hell are you going to start a pizza joint? How the hell are you going to how you gonna start a pizza joint? You don't know how to make a pizza. You know how I know y'all the guys. You know how most musicians, how I know for a fact you're like the guy that's trying to start a pizza joint but don't know how to make a pizza, because none of y'all don't know how to break music. Y'all don't understand there's two parts of this business: making music and breaking music, making music and breaking music, making music and breaking music. And y'all don't know nothing about breaking music. Y'all think it's done for free. Y'all think it should be done for free. Y'all think it's done for free. Ain't nobody breaking music for free. No, at no time in the music business history has any record been broken for free. Back in the days, they paid a street team and they paid somebody to work radio, or they paid payola on radio. One of the two: paid somebody to work radio or payola on radio. And this idea that you're going to just submit, anybody that thinks they can submit to every FM radio station on the planet and they're going to break their record for free is stupid. A moron, an idiot, dumber than a bag of bricks, been dropped on you. Your mom dropped on your head at birth. Yeah, I'm saying it. Your mom dropped on your head at birth, or she was smoking crack with you. Your mom was smoking crack when she was pregnant with you. If you even think that you could submit to FM radio, all these major markets for free and break your record and dominate these markets, you're dumber than a bag of bricks. Because you're not even thinking like a business. You're just thinking like a hobbyist and an artist. You're thinking you're Pablo Picasso before he was Pablo Picasso. That's the problem with musicians. You all think you're Pablo Picasso before he was Pablo Picasso. When he was a nobody, when nobody knew who he was. First painting. Pablo Picasso wasn't this great, famous, magnificent painter after one painting. Stop it. But y'all made one song. It's not even an instant hit. And you want the floodgates to open up because you think this is a charity event, and that all promotion companies and all record labels are just charities. They're not. Because first of all, when you sign to a label and investor, they got to get theirs first. They got to get what they put in back first. Until they get back exactly what they put in back first, you don't make no profit. Moray, they put 250,000 into them. Until they got that 250,000 back, Moray wasn't seeing no money. And guess what? Moray was fine with that, because Moray understood this is a business. This is how you build consumer fan base. And at first, when you just want people to hear your music and love your music, you're not supposed to be begging them to buy it. You got to get them hooked first. Y'all are so ass backwards in the music business. Y'all want everybody to buy it before they love it. Y'all want investors and labels to open up the floodgates, and you ain't even got a hit record or no real consumer base. You think just because you make a record that every top blog, every top playlist should just add you just because, but you ain't bringing nothing to the table. You bringing nothing to the table. Because I can tell you, if you don't bring no consumers to the table or an instant hit, I'm going to repeat that 1,000,000 times through these vlogs. You don't bring one of three things: instant hit, a big, large consumer base, or your own advertising and marketing budget. You're not bringing nothing to the table. You're not bringing nothing to the table. Squat, not a zilch. 40,000 songs being uploaded to Spotify every single day. I can guarantee we can live without your one song if it's not an instant hit. I repeat, 40,000 songs being uploaded on Spotify every single day. We can live without your one song if it's not an instant hit. We can go without ever hearing your one song our whole lifetime when there's 40,000 songs being uploaded every single day. And 99% of them are not instant hits. 99% of the 40,000 songs being uploaded every day are not instant hits. They're either just good records, average, above average records, below average records, or trash records. 99% of the 40,000 songs being uploaded every single day are not instant hits. There, I said it. Facts. Truth. Complete facts. Because if they were, they'd all be hitting. They all be just hits, hits, hits. But they're not. Once again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. This was vlog 42. While basically most artists don't think like a business, you know. Don't forget, my vlogs are sponsored by Palace LLC or promopalace.biz for your online marketing promotion for your brand or your music. Also, if you're a dog lover, cat lover, animal lover, you like t-shirts, hoodies, or you need a bandana for your dog to wear, please go to newliving.com. Also, don't forget my audio version of my vlogs goes to my podcast on Apple, Google, Spotify, Amazon, Odyssey, Castbox, Deezer, iHeartPlayer FM, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Stitcher, TuneIn, and more. Once again, I got to shout out the Dizzle brand. Check them out, dizzlebrand.com. Follow them on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. That's dizzlebrand.com. The Dizzle brand, a mixture of cognac, agave, tequila, orange liquor, mango mix, and crisp lemon. Don't forget always to have your Dizzle on ice. Once again, hit that like, hit that reshare. Please hit that click now, subscribe button, and that right hand corner shows support if you like these vlogs. I'll be putting out these vlogs every week. Yes, I can be harsh on these vlogs, but just know that I'm taking my time out to do these vlogs out of the kindness of my heart. Because too many artists, they get too much bad information. Too many artists are just thinking like an artist. They're not thinking like a business. They're not thinking like a brand. Y'all don't realize that you're just the entertainment. You're just the entertainment. Y'all keep thinking like y'all act like y'all keep thinking y'all athletes and actors, and you're not. Cause most of y'all ain't willing to go through what athletes and actors go through, the journey that every actor has to go through, a long journey to make it an actor. Every athlete has to go through a long journey to make it in the pros. Y'all all be trying to skip lines and skip and cut, trying to skip steps and skip the process. The process is the process. You can't skip it. A process means there is steps to the process. Y'all be trying to skip every last step of the process and trying to get there to the top for free without spending any real money, building any real consumers, or having any real instant hit or anything of real value to bring to the table. Y'all just want to have the floodgates open up just cause. That's not how it works in the business world. Especially when there's 40,000 songs being uploaded every single day on Spotify. Why do you think you stand out? Especially not when you don't act like a business. If you're acting like an artist, then you ain't standing out. Only the ones acting like businesses are standing out. The people that get it. This is a business. This is a brand. It takes money to make money. But too many of y'all artists think that y'all should just make money and not invest money. Stop it, man. That's not how it works in the business world. If that's how you think, you ain't thinking like a business. You think it's so wrong. You thinking like a guy who builds plastic planes and plastic boats. Somebody puts train sets together. That's what y'all thinking like. Y'all need to stop thinking like the guy who builds train sets to show all his buddies when they come over. Start thinking like a business and a brand, which requires advertising and promotion of your business and brand to build consumers. Stop it, man. You're the only business. This is the only business where people do that. I can't go in any business field in the world and this large percentage of people think they should get into this business for free. Ain't nobody there's nobody on the planet that thinks they can start a pizza joint for free. Nobody on the planet thinks they can start a burger joint for free. Nobody on the planet thinks they can start a club for free. Nobody on the planet thinks they can start a car lot for free. The only way that's happening is somebody died and they left it to you. I hate to say, nobody's dying and leaving you a record deal. Nobody's dying and leaving you a record deal, man. Stop it. You gotta work for it every time. Once again, promo Palace LLC, vlog 42. Hit that click now, subscribe button, like, reshare. Vlog 42. Artists don't think like businesses, or too many artists don't think like businesses. You can title this a million different ways. Why artists don't think like businesses? Too many artists don't think like businesses. Artists don't think like businesses. Artists don't even think this is a business. There's too many artists that don't even think this is a business. Too many artists that think this is a charity and a charity event. There ain't no charity event in the music business. Sorry, not happening. Once again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. This is Vlog 42.